The North West Provincial Conference has yet again been postponed. An application to interdict the conference has been granted. The official conference proceedings were meant to kick off tomorrow. Let's get the latest update from our reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones. Pule, the ANC said earlier this week that this conference will be incident-free, drama-free, but now this doesn't seem to be the case.
Definitely. In fact, they were today of the view that this conference would convene without having been interrupted. I mean, earlier on, we'd spoken to the IPC coordinator, Hlomane Chauke, alongside the spokesperson of the ANC in the province, Kenny Morolong, who were very adamant that they had resolved all disputes. But we know the truth is that there were still about 10 outstanding disputes, which will essentially cause a backlog and also threaten the integrity of this conference if it has to move forward. So what that means is that there was, of course, disgruntled ANC members from a particular branch who then decided to go to the Mafikeng High Court and, of course, lodge an urgent application challenging the proceedings of this provincial conference. And therefore, this interdict of theirs was successfully granted. Now, essentially what this means is that everything has to stop. If the conference is to continue, then it will also question the credibility of those who will be elected coming out of this conference. And the only way the ANC can come out of this alive right now is if they go back to the courts, appeal this decision, and once it's overturned, then the courts may decide that the provincial conference may proceed. So for now, it seems like this weekend will be a litigious weekend where we will be seeing these disgruntled ANC members and, of course, the leadership of the ANC battling it out in the courts to try to find answers.
We'll hear the grounds for litigation, but we are confident that this conference will be incredibly credible in many respects. In the first instance, that all discontent members of the ANC have been heard through either the PDRC or the NDRC, and that those appeals have been resolved, and those who seek to interdict the conference for whatever reason will have to come through, and we will guarantee you that we are indeed going to defend on behalf of the IPC and on behalf of conference.
So, Pule, you are there on the ground, but what exactly is going to happen now?
Well, what we're understanding now is that the applicants went on the basis that members of the interim provincial committee should not proceed to vote or nominate during the provincial conference. So we now need to establish whether this will have any bearing on only members of the IPC or the entire provincial conference. But when I spoke to the applicants earlier on through a telephonic interview just about 5 minutes ago, they had said that this means that it has a bearing on the entire provincial conference. So it's up to the ANC leadership to now come out with answers to tell us what will be the next step going forward, because one must say that today already, the beginning of this electoral conference was muddied by a lot of challenges. We did see that there was delays in terms of registrations. The media briefing, which was initially supposed to start at 10 a.m., only started around just about 5:45 p.m. and ended around 7:30. So you get a sense that there is still a lot of challenges that has to be ironed out, because the leadership has been in steering committees throughout the whole day, trying to see how they can resolve this issue of disputes. You'd remember just about last year, there was a report which was released by, of course, then committee chairperson looking into the affairs of disputes, Kgalema Motlanthe, which did flag the Northwest as one of the provinces which was quite problematic in terms of disputes that was coming out of some of the branches. So what this means now is that the ANC has now has to go back to a drawing board and see how they can address this matter, or else this will see the electoral provincial conference being delayed horribly.
Just out of interest today, Pule, what was the turnout like? I mean, I know it's probably early days, but, was there some interest in the conference from the ANC people that were there?
Well, I can just confirm right now what we just got here is that they're saying that the conference will be going ahead. It's according to the national spokesperson, Pule Letshwiti-Jones. So it means that what it is, the IPC members are the ones who will then be interdicted from partaking in this conference. It seems as though those legal explanations have been ironed out, but still, this will add a bit of delays to the conference, and we'll be waiting for more communique coming from the ANC to see how this matter will be proceeding going forward. But just to get to your question, what we saw, it was just a bit of handful of groups coming in to register at the stadium just about 5 kilometers away from where we are right now. They were going there to register and prepare to partake and participate in this provincial conference. But like I said to you, this is one province that has had a lot of issues, a lot of challenges. The IPC has admitted that they may have to go back to a drawing board and see how those challenges are, of course, admitted and taken seriously and do not hamper the entire conference. So it'll be interesting to see how things unfold in the next couple of hours from now and whether the conference will go underway as planned tomorrow.